It's Wacky Wednesday, June 8th, 2016. My name is Vita de Aztlan. I'm Peter S. Lopez, and I'm just transmitting today from Sacramento, California, the hotel from hell at the Shasta. So, it is what it is. In terms of politics, yeah, it's all screwed up. We need to get off that feel the burn bullshit and not be naive and stupid. We need to understand that at the rate things are going right now, Hillary Clinton is going to be your next POTUS, President of the United States, which are really, the United States is really divided states. You know, we still have old resentments against the North and the South in the Civil War. We have still got racism against black people by white people, and many so-called Latinos are racist against blacks too. You got to recognize that. Like say when we use the term when Latinos are, when Mexicans, Chicanos, we're so fucked up, man. Can't even figure out what the fuck to call ourselves. But we use the term mayate, which is a beetle on cotton, in reference to black people. Sometimes we say he's a mayate, which is part of the racism that's embedded in the whole culture. So we need to see that. Understand that there's really only one race. Redundant as that sounds, the human race. And that race or that species being endangered is in bad shape. World War III could happen at any moment. Economic collapse can happen on any given day. Abrupt climate chaos brings us to the point where if you study from Guy McPherson could spell the doom of our sorry-ass species. Our civilization is collapsing. People are losing their morals, their sense of what's right and what's wrong. Many priorities that people have are upside down. So, not being negative, I don't want to be a only optimistic person. So I prefer to be a realist more than a pessimist or an optimist. Though I try to be optimistic, I know that no matter how screwed up yesterday was, today when I wake up in the morning, it's a fresh start. These are times of transition, not simply the end times. So we shouldn't have any fear about the future. And try to be as much as you can in the present with your presence. You know, learn to feel your feelings, express your thoughts from the throne of the mind. So the mind is greatly overrated. And we underestimate the power of the heart, of the humane heart. So I believe that for me, in my life, like I said at the NA meeting this morning, that we should strive to be sane and sober. Not just take a shower and clean and sober, but sane and sober. And we live in an addicted society, addicted. And our culture is toxic, it's poisonous. And we get poisoned by beyond racism, we get poisoned by our whole way of living. And you know, our character defects are like spiritual poisons in our souls. So we need to be aware of that. And we need to wake up. We need to see that as much as possible we need to help one another, care for one another, and learn how to cope in our environment. That means staying away from toxic people, staying away from people that bring you down. And be around those who are going to uplift your spirit, who are going to give you courage to fight back against evil. And learn to focus on what's going on. As for me, I have what I call tendencies. I don't like psychiatric labels. But I have a tendency towards ADD, attention deficit disorder, and even a tendency towards ADHD, attention deficit hyperactive disorder. Plus, I got a tendency towards OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder. Plus, I have a tendency towards perfectionism, which can drive me nuts sometimes. I want to have things just right, just so, and perfect. When many times perfection is an illusion. We may have a moment of bliss when we feel that it's perfect, but that passes. So, I recognize these tendencies, but I don't label them as disorders, or like I'm all disordered. They're just tendencies, and so I use consciousness to check those tendencies and not let them run wild. Words are such relative things. You know, words can have spirits, and words are ancient. Many people I see around me in my life, they really don't listen to each other. They don't listen. Why do you think about half the marriages end in divorce? Why do you think there's so much chaos and confusion? Besides the fascist propaganda and corporate media, it's also, we don't listen to each other. We don't give each other enough feedback, whether confirmation or condemnation. Feedback. And on social media, it's really kind of a global media, because we can reach people around the globe nowadays through the internet. We need to be able to give feedback and understand that feedback is the heart and soul of social media. Other than that, I'm just hearing myself talk. And I know how I sound, so I don't need that. I'm trying to share what little I know with other people. Especially in these times when I see people, you know, maybe you live in Disneyland, I can't say. But in my world, I see people who are just fucking losing it, or losing their minds, if they ever had a good mind. People who are losing their self-respect. People who are losing their sense of who they are. They're becoming more and more disconnected from what I call connected reality. Connected reality. All our realities are interconnected. Let me check my time again. Okay. I'm still on the internet and be a hack. And I got my little laptop, which is old and I need a new one. I bought a Netgear resource adapter so I can connect to wireless off my desktop, but I haven't been able to get that going yet. So when I do, I'll be better online with a vengeance. I think as far as politics, in a way, we get the government we deserve. And we'll get the president that we deserve. It's up to the people. And unfortunately, the American people have a lot of potential power, and it affects all of the people of the world. So we're, in a way, we have a special exceptional responsibility to think in terms of the world's people, the rest of the earth, Latin America, Africa, Asia, on the basis of advocating for humane rights, on the basis of us all being a one family of humanity. So we got the farmers market at the Cesar Chavez Plaza Park today, so I'm going to go over there and get some fruit. So I just hope you have a good day, and I hope that if I can just touch one soul out there, that makes all this worthwhile. Power to the people, power to the truth, keep fighting back against them. That's just